Well, guess what? I can teach you trigonometry too. So then they get all excited. But guys, the trigonometry course, I can teach you trigonometry in 2 weeks, but it's $500 for my trigonometry course. And yeah, the carpenter's test is in a month. So you better take my course or else you're not going to be a carpenter. You're going to have to wait till next year because the test is only once every year. Do you think that could be an effective business model for someone who really wanted to be a carpenter? Seriously, think about that. Yes, it actually would, because they would need that to pass the test, because most of them don't know that kind of stuff. Of course, they could go out on their own and try to study it and learn it on their own, but the fact that they had someone who knew math, I mean, I know algebra, geometry, trigonometry inside and out. I could teach it to anybody. I mean, I could walk into any high school class right now and teach those subjects because I have so much experience doing them. I've done so many problems. And I have a nice way of teaching it. My trigonometry class for $500 would be valuable. You know, I could teach people a whole year's worth of trigonometry in 2 weeks. I've done it before, and the people I've tutored have gotten those kind of results because I have a nice way of teaching that makes it simple for people. But the point is, I was willing to teach algebra and geometry for free to educate them so that they were qualified and they were targeted to join the trigonometry class. And in that case, they would have to take my trigonometry class or else give up on their dream of becoming a carpenter. Now, there's no doubt that some people who took the free algebra and the free geometry, they might not take the trig and they might just give up on being a carpenter. But the serious people who wanted to be a carpenter would take my trigonometry class and they would spend the $500. Now, I've never done that, but I'm convinced that that would work because if you pay the $500, you learn the trigonometry, you pass the test. I could even offer a guarantee. If you don't pass the test, I'll refund the $500. Wouldn't that sweeten the deal? Would you be willing to pay $500 to get a career that's going to pay you so you can make $60,000 a year? Yeah, the $500 would be cheap if you look at it that way. And if they couldn't become a carpenter, maybe they'd go work at McDonald's for minimum wage. I mean, who knows? That allows them to go get a skill. Well, it's the same thing when you're given free information. You qualify people and you transform them so that they become ready, they become targeted prospects, they become interested, they see the value of what you're selling. And of course, some people who get the free stuff will not buy your paid stuff, but plenty of people will. It's all a numbers game. If you have 100 people, there's a good chance that 90 of them won't buy anything from you. But if 10 people do, well, you just kind of average that out over the 100 people. So let's say you're selling a $500 course and 100 people come to your website. Well, if 10 people buy the $500 course, that's $5,000. Well, 90 people didn't, but so what? $5,000 divided by 100 people, that's like $50 a person. So in general, even though a lot of people won't buy, everybody on your list is worth money because if you get enough people, then you know certain percentages of people will buy. Educate your prospects. It transforms them into qualified, targeted potential customers when before they might not have even been able to buy your course because they wouldn't know what to do with it if they got it. So you're taking them, so now when they get it, they're going to be able to rip it open and they're going to dive into it and they're going to be able to get the benefits from it.